Hey, I am now 5 days out for my photo shoot. Actually, by the time I would have posted this, I would have done it. So I'll have to show you how it all went. I'm going to go through my own check-in and give you a little bit of an update as to what I'm doing to get myself ready to go into my photo shoot week. So it's been about 5 weeks now since I finished up my cut phase, and I'm about a kilogram up from that point, which is exactly what we wanted. I wanted to be remaining as lean as I possibly could whilst building on some fullness, building up some strength, getting some PBs in again, building up my energy levels. Now, I have had a stinking virus for like weeks, as you could probably tell if you watched my videos over the last couple of weeks. I was sounding very nasally and it was lingering, but I am now out the other end. Now, the last couple of days I've actually been up in Nottingham for a work event, which has meant traveling, eating out, and not as much movement, to be honest with you. So the way that I actually overcame this was I front loaded my steps earlier into the week. I did a little bit more like Monday to Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, when I knew I was going to be like sat down a little bit more in conferences all day, I didn't actually need to get all that much. Now, I did actually hit 9K both days without even trying. I'm an active gal. I move around a lot. So activity levels are there. Workouts, all three were in the bag before I actually went away. And I'm actually having a rest this weekend now before I go into the new week, purely because of the virus situation. I was unwell for so many weeks. The last thing I want to do is come back really tired from being away, traveling and all of this, being out of routine, and then kind of push myself before I go into my shoot week. So I have got a solid plan with my coach to go into this week now, and I'm feeling good about it. Food had to be estimated in terms of tracking whilst I was away. I've been tracking my food for a long time, and there's been periods where I don't track my food, but because I have built up the knowledge around it, I can literally look at food when I'm out and know roughly how many calories are going to be in that. So I never really have to worry about that. Yeah, I mean, this is where we're at now. I'll show you. Now, this check-in has been done fully fasted. Obviously, that's the way that we want to do it, right? We want it to be as consistent as possible each week. So when you do go for your own check-in, you are likely going to look a little bit flatter when you take those photos, you take those videos before you have food in the day, but it just makes each check-in as accurate and as consistent as possible. So fully fasted photos at the moment. My calories have increased now from around the 1700 mark, almost to 2600 to be honest, which I'm feeling pretty excited for because we haven't even really started my build yet. This has just been part of the reverse, and a very gradual reverse as well for me. So stay tuned for everything to come because it's going to be so exciting. Now, first on the agenda today, I've got an Asda delivery coming. I always get a food shop delivered. I don't know about you, but I hate going for a food shop. I hate taking the time to drive there, to walk around. No, I just like everything to come to me. I can crack on with like my prep for the week then, and I can do things whilst it's on the way. I'm not wasting time. I'm all about prioritizing my time in the best way I possibly can for me. So Asda delivery coming very shortly. So food has arrived. Now, the only thing about a delivery is that sometimes you do get some substitutes. So I'll just talk you through this really quickly. Now, for my proteins this week, smoked salmon. I did actually order different salmon to this, but hey ho. Now, I have got ready cooked chicken this week. Not my favorite. I wouldn't always go for something like this. However, I'm a busy gal at the moment. I'm managing my clients, prepping for this photo shoot. I've obviously just traveled to Nottingham, and at the moment my dad's actually in hospital, so I am traveling to go and visit him as well. So I need to make sure that things are as simple as possible for me to crack on with my regular routine as much as I possibly can. And I have got fillet steak, love a fillet steak, and I have actually got some more chicken in the fridge. I ordered different tuna to this as well, but tuna and my yogurt, oat milk, because for some reason I can have like yogurt, Greek yogurt, absolutely no problem, no additives, but milk is a no-go. Eggs, fruit, berries, all of my veg. So I've got kale, broccoli. I also have peppers, onions, etc. already in the fridge as well. Rice cakes, these are all like my pre-workout, and then some dark chocolate. That is pretty much it for this week now. This is probably going to take me up until like Thursday when the photo shoot is. And of course, can't forget the sourdough. Love some fresh sourdough. Okay, I'm all for simplifying my meals as much as I possibly can. I don't like to spend a lot of time cooking. I don't like to spend a lot of time I'm thinking about like what I'm going to cook. So I always make quite similar things. I get like different veg, different fruit, protein sources, and I just mix and match. Another thing that I always do have in as well is sweet potatoes and white potatoes. And in terms of like my other carbs, usually whole wheat pasta. Those are like my main carbs. Sometimes a bit of rice, you know? Don't need to overcomplicate it, because the minute you start overcomplicating it, it starts feeling like more of a chore then for you to do. And the minute that you start feeling overwhelmed with all of the decisions you've got to make with your food, you're going to start falling off. You're going to start making decisions or not making decisions and not forward tracking or not forward planning at all. Make things as simple as you possibly can for yourself. Sundays are my day to just get myself fully sorted and prepped for the new week, because then I go into the busiest day of the week, my Monday, client check-in days, feeling really ready, organised for it. It's a really long day. And then Tuesday, I go into more client check-ins. So Monday and Tuesday, and actually Wednesday as well, I always like to have the days prepped out, my content scheduled, and then from Thursday, I can plan out the rest of the week, you know? When you think about forward planning, you don't have to overwhelm yourself and plan every single detail of the whole week. Like, don't get me wrong, I schedule out my week and my work and everything I need to get done Monday to Sunday, but as far as like everything I need to get done for each day, I don't necessarily do that like on a Sunday. I do a few days at a time as I go through the week. And right now I'm actually planning out our posts for the Strong Woman Start, so I can release more information on this. So this is going to be our new high level 8-week coaching experience. Posted about it a couple of weeks ago, so have a little look if you want more information on that. And I'm going to be explaining each phase that we're going to be going through across the 8 weeks. And if I do say so myself, I really love the post that I've got together and the kind of like branding we're going for. So this is what it currently looks like. Like, how funky is that? I absolutely love it. So keep your eyes peeled over on my Instagram, Kaylee_evolve. This wouldn't count as a vlog if I didn't get the kitties in. Oh my goodness, look at them. Oh, honey's going for a little stretch. Nap time. Content is ready for the next few days. The Strong Woman Start prep has continued, which I'm really excited for. And do you know what? We're going to be going through a lot of the mindset behind getting ready for your week, how to forward plan in the Strong Woman Start for the 8 weeks. So what I'll do is I'll pop the link down below so you can just have a little read as to what it's going to entail. There's a link to our priority list as well, and those on our priority list are going to get a discounted space at £149 for the whole 8 weeks. And when we then release to the public, if there's any spaces left, those spaces will be at an increased price. And the spaces go live on the 1st of May. So have a little look down below. Now, what else I'm getting ready? Okay, going into this week, busy week. So I got 2 check-in days and I got 1 day in between to tie up admin. And then I've got my photo shoot. So I need to make sure I'm going into it really prepared. So I've just forward planned my next couple of days on my Fitness Pal now. If you are not doing this, you are missing a trick, because chances are, right, you get up on a Monday, you're getting rushed, you're getting ready for work, especially if you've got children to get ready for school as well, or to just get ready for nursery to hand over to another family member. The last thing you're going to want to do is look into my Fitness Pal, or you might not even be able to find like a few minute quiet time during the mornings to be able to do that. Then you're going to go through the rest of the day just forward tracking as you're going along. That is such a no-go, because this is creating so much room for error. You'll get to the end of the day, you'll either have loads of calories left, or you'll have loads of protein left and no calories left to play with. That's not what we want. You're not going to set yourself up for success. So what I'm doing now, I'm just getting a couple of yogurt bowls together ready. So after I have maybe finished work, what I like to do is I have a little yogurt bowl, I get out for some steps, break up the day, and then I come back and have my dinner. So I'm going to make these yogurt bowls now. And do you know what? If you like cinnamon, I mix cinnamon into my yogurt. Best thing ever. Absolutely love it. And if I'm having a banana with my yogurt bowl rather than with my pre-workout, pop the banana in the air fryer for 8 minutes. Can't remember on what heat. Maybe like 160, 150 degrees with a bit of cinnamon. Oof, delicious. Right, I'll get on with these. And another tip, right? It sounds really simple. You just got to think like all of the things that you do when you get ready in the morning or as you're going throughout the day, can you just take a few minutes to do them the day before? And then you don't really have to think about it. Like what I've actually done is I've already laid out my gym kit, my underwear, everything now that I'm going to get changed into in the morning. So I don't have to decide what I'm going to wear. I don't have to rethink my decision. And I'm already in the mindset of I'm going to the gym today because I've laid everything out and I've got everything ready for myself. There's no excuse excuses, you know? So just some tips for you there. I've got my steps in, I've got everything prepped going into my week. I did think that I had everything down and dusted, and I then very much realised I forgot to charge my car last night, and I've got about 10 miles on it, and I've got a 52-mile drive just one way to go and visit my dad, let alone the way back. Visiting hours, there's only an hour. I don't have time to go and stop and charge my car somewhere. Who gets an electric car and forgets to charge it? Yes, that would be me. Thankfully, I have some amazing friends, and I am going to borrow their car. Don't worry, I have insurance on it for the day. So I end up paying more because I have to buy insurance for the day, get petrol. Do you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Adapt and overcome. Perfect example there. Okay, right. I am going to leave this here now. I'm going to take you through the photo shoot when it comes to that, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm really hoping there's going to be quite a big difference between these photos and the photos from my last photo shoot, which was at the end of my building phase. So keep your eyes peeled and take this as a sign for you to go into the new week with everything prepped and planned out as well. Trust me, it makes everything feel so much more smooth sailing, apart from when you maybe don't charge your car. Any questions that you have about the Strong Woman Start, please feel free to drop a comment below or message me over on my Instagram at Kaylee_evolve. And I look forward to chatting to you soon. Bye!